Continuing with our Security Plus certification class, the next concept that we are going to discuss is non-repudiation. Non-repudiation is a security principle that ensures a party in a digital transaction cannot deny that the authenticity of their signature, the sending of a message, or the execution of an action. It provides proof of the origin and integrity of data, preventing any party, that means any company, any person, from denying their involvement in a transaction or communication. Non-repudiation is crucial for establishing trust in digital communications and transactions. It protects against fraud, ensures accountability, and helps maintain the integrity of legal and financial agreements by providing evidence that a particular action has occurred. Non-repudiation supports dispute resolution and ensures compliance with legal and regulatory standards. Some examples of non-repudiations are digital signatures. Digital signatures use cryptographic techniques to bind a signature to a specific document or message. This ensures that the signer cannot later deny having signed the document as their private key is required for the digital signature. For example, in online contract agreements, a digital signature provides evidence that a specific party signed the document at a particular time. Another example is email receipts and logs. When an email system is configured to send a received confirmation when a message is delivered and read, this serves as a form of non-repudiation. The sender has proved that the recipient received and opened the message, which is often used in legal or business communications to confirm the delivery of important information. Here is an example of the request a received. So this is a picture of Microsoft Outlook. When you are going to compose a message, or when you compose a message, if you click on the options link over here, this will open up, and then you have two things. You have the request a delivery received, just to confirm that the message was actually delivered. That way the person cannot say, oh, I never received the message. Now, it could be that the message went into the junk folder, or many other things may happen while the message is in transit or when it is delivered. It could be that the user has a rule that is sending those messages to another folder. That happens all the time. At the same time, there is a request, a received, a re-received, basically meaning that when the person opens the message and reads that message, you will be notified about that. Now, of course, all of this could be the user could, decide not to send you a re-received, but in any case, these are legal things that could be used in court. Because in many cases, when there is some legal actions going on, people will claim like, oh, well, I never received the message, or, well, okay, I received the message, but I never read it. And then therefore, I cannot be, held accountable for any legal action. Well, sometimes you cannot do that. And again, so this is an example and a very common form of non-repudiation. Another common of non-repudiation is blockchain transactions. In a blockchain, every transaction is recorded in a public ledger, providing a transparent and tamper-proof record. Because each transaction is linked to the one before it, and cryptographic hashing is used, parties cannot deny their participation or alter the transaction without being detected. This ensures the non-repudiation in cryptocurrency transfers or smart contract. So again, this is uh, a very good example, and we use that a lot in all those cryptocurrency uh, uh, forms out there, mainly Bitcoin. Audit logs is yet another form, another example of non-repudiation. Many systems generate audit logs that capture actions taken by users, by systems, by applications, such as accessing data, making changes, or executing transactions. These logs are often time-stamped and stored securely to prevent tampering, providing a trail that can be used to verify actions and hold individuals accountable. Here is an example of the Microsoft Entra signing logs. This is what used to be called, well, Microsoft Azure, still a lot of people in a lot of documentation, but now it's called Microsoft Entra. And so here we have activity logs. Well, basically, in the basic, there's a lot of information about, basic info, location, device information. That means the device that you sign in with, authentication details, whether you are using conditional access or not, etc. But in the basic info, we have the date, the request ID, the correlation ID, the authentication requirement, whether it was single factor or multi-factor, the status of that activity, right? And again, so but most importantly, here is the user, and here is the email address. Okay, so I cannot deny that I didn't sign in to this device on that date, right? And this will also give me the IP address, the location, whatever. So if something happens, um, and people claim, or I claim that I was, or that I did not certain actions, well, um, if we go to court, uh, there's a lot of stuff over here that I cannot deny because, again, because of non-repudiation. Public key infrastructure, PKI, it's another example of non-repudiation. PKI uses digital certificates and private key, the public and private key pairs to verify the identity of users and devices in a network. For instance, when a user signs a document or sends an email using their private key, the corresponding public key can be used by the recipient to confirm that it was indeed sent by that user, ensuring non-repudiation. Non-repudiation is essential for maintaining trust, accountability, and compliance in digital interactions by using methods like, again, digital signatures, email receipts, blockchain transactions, audit logs, and PKI, organizations can ensure that actions are verified and that parties involved cannot deny their participation, enhancing security and reducing the risk of disputes or fraud. Here's a good example of a digital certificate. I am at the Amazon.com page, and so I can actually verify that indeed this is Amazon.com and not other party that a page rather that a cyber criminal clone, and it was kind of trying to impersonate Amazon.com. So here I can see that actually this is Amazon.com. Here I have the date that the certificate was issued. Now, these certificates are issued by other companies, right? There are many CA companies out there. So basically, Amazon had to prove to that company that indeed, that in fact they are Amazon.com and not some other entity, right? So we trust this CA company, this certificate authorities they are called. We trust this company just like when you go to a liquor store to buy some drinks for the weekend. Uh, many cases you are asked by an ID and you have to prove that you are who you say you are. In this case, that you are old enough to buy alcohol, right? So you provide your driver's license, for example. Well, motor vehicle, the entity that actually gives out those IDs, well, companies trust that. And therefore, they say, okay, yeah, you can go ahead and do that. Well, in the same manner, these digital certificates are granted to these companies once they prove that, in fact, they are who they say they are. And then here we have this public key that we were talking about. So the public key of Amazon, it's public. Everybody knows that. But when you are buying, when you connect with your Windows 11, Windows 10 computer, or your iPhone or Android, and you connect to the Amazon.com page, that communication between you and Amazon uses PKI. So you have that, private key for that session, for that communication. So that transaction cannot be tampered with. And if somebody were to intercept the transaction, let's say that you're buying some products from Amazon, you enter your credit card information. If somebody were to intercept, kind of like a man in the middle attack, right? If someone were to intercept that communication and try to read your credit card number, well, they won't be able to, because encryption scrambled that information in a way that that information is not understood, it's not readable by those people in the middle. So this is a good example of what PKI it's all about. And again, we will talk and give more examples about this as we move along in this class. So what did we learn in this section? In summary, we learned that non-repudiation ensures the parties in digital transactions cannot deny their actions or involvement. Uh, Non-repudiation builds trust, ensures accountability, protects against fraud, and supports legal compliance. Some methods that we use to show non-repudiation is digital signatures, email receipts, blockchain transaction, audit logs, PKI, and others, right? Some use cases, well, online contracts that are very popular nowadays, financial transactions, secure messaging, and legal evidence. And again, some of the benefits is that it enhances security, aids dispute resolution, and blockchain also maintains integrity in digital processes. Thank you, and I hope that you continue in this journey with me. Please remember to like this video if you find this useful, and add me my channel, subscribe to my channel so that you are informed when other videos come alive. Thank you.